Hey, hello, and thanks for joining us. In late 2022, Ivanti fielded a survey of over 6,500 global executives, office workers, and security professionals to uncover the state of security preparedness and what is keeping these security leaders up at night. More than half of those professionals labeled phishing, ransomware, and other software vulnerabilities as either high or critical threats, and more than half of those respondents likewise rated themselves as very well prepared, ready to deal with the threats. So it's a rosy picture, right? Well, not exactly. We also asked those same security leaders what they'd be willing to wager on the strength of their security protections. And it turns out 1 in 5 wouldn't even bet a candy bar on their protection. Hello, I'm Jeff Abbott, and you're listening to Executive Summary, a podcast where we unpack the most interesting research in IT security and everywhere work and what it means for your business strategy. I'm happy today to be joined by Joel Fulton, co-founder of Lucidum and Silicon Valley CISO Investments, which is a leading group of chief information security officers that actually operate as startup investors in the security solution space. Welcome aboard, Joel.
Thank you. Really glad to be here. Thanks for having me on, Jeff.
Yeah, glad to have you. So look, today, Joel and I are going to be digging into this interesting paradox. Why would respondents tell us they're well prepared to address these threats, but then at the same time display such a low degree of overall confidence in their security programs? Really interesting. So Joel, when you and I were preparing for this discussion and you had a look at the findings from this report, you immediately kind of triggered in on this laundry list of threat vectors, and you had a really interesting take that I think gets into the heart of the anxiety we're seeing here. So why don't we start there for a second?
So what I thought the most interesting piece of this was that page in the press report, because I am stating all of these things that could possibly go wrong in the environment, and that is not the way security people ought to look at their environments. And this was kind of the argument that I opened in our conversation, and that is this reminds me of the mall front karate studio where you ask the student, now I'm going to punch you in this way and you learn this block or parry or evasion. Now I'm going to kick you in this way and you learn this, and you are gauging and preparing yourself for this catalog of incoming threats. But that's not the way a grown-up deals with physical threats. A grown-up deals with physical threats by understanding what's important, by protecting what's important, by being able to respond when that protection has something happen to it, and then getting things back to normal. And whether the thing that causes you a problem is a flat tire or a mugger or an overdue bill, I don't need a list of all the bad things that could happen in order for me to be a diligent security practitioner. And so that's what I thought was very interesting about this. And I think may be why people wouldn't bet a candy bar on the confidence of their statement.